Tell her. Look, he's like, get out of my stall. Just finished putting... Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, welcome and welcome to today's vlog. So we have a lot going on in today's vlog. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm in the stall. It's kind of loud because we are doing a clean out of the stalls where we take everything out, redo them and all. And these days, a little bit different because our time to do this is more limited. So before, pre-baby, we could spend hours and hours and hours and hours cleaning these. But I don't like to have the baby in the barn necessarily when we are cleaning them because it's boring and it's smelly. So baby's asleep right now. Just went down for a nap. So we're in here cleaning, and by we're, it's basically Mike because I'm not doing it yet. I just am filling up the waters. It's so cold. Guys, we have had so much cold weather in Florida in the last, and even when I say like South Florida, because I live in Southwest Florida, it doesn't ever get cold like this here. So we had so much cold weather that we've had some new preparations on our farm in the past couple weeks that we normally never do because we don't have a plan for cold weather. We don't really typically change much. But I'm gonna show you what we've changed for this cold weather. So we actually have been leaving all of the Dutch doors completely open, and Cash and Blaze are obsessed with each other, so they've pretty much taken all of these off so that they can always see each other and put their heads over, but don't recommend. Anyways, so we just started actually with these back ones, but Trigger, Mike's in there cleaning away. Trigger in June, we had theirs open first because they are out typically at night, and obviously it gets the coldest at night, so I wanted them to be able to come in and out. So that's when we started this whole thing, was that the two of them would just be able to go in and go out. They ended up loving it. Like, their door's open, they're in here now, so they kind of stick a little bit to their routine. Like, during the day they'll just stay in, and then we do see them walk out and about. Now Louis, on the other hand, he's obviously out because Mike is cleaning his stall, but this is a very new development. He's always with the boys in the back, or even if they go to the front, he's always with Cash and Blaze, but obviously his stall is over here, and since it's been really cold, we wanted him to be able to go in and go out. So now we were just like, okay, he can go out with these two. So it's been only a few days that he's been out with them, but they're doing really well out there. These two out here, though, they never come in their stalls, which is kind of funny. They are just like out there until it's time to eat. Where are they? Over there. See, even like they're like, okay, we go through the back, we don't go through our doors. But since doing so, Trigger and June's stall have been so much cleaner because they're actually going outside to the pasture to use the restroom, and then they come back in. Hello. So we're gonna have a true test to see, though. They are so woolly. We got new shavings, and we are trying to see how well the horses keep up with their stalls now that we are going to have the Dutch doors open all the time. We're going to see if they really will keep their stalls clean for the most part. But here's my shavings that we've got. So I'm very excited to do that. So as soon as Mike's done, we'll drop shavings. Stalls are clean. Now it's time to fill them with shavings. This is my favorite part. The only downside of having the stall doors completely open, the Dutch doors, is, he might get Mike's coffee, he wants it, is that they can go in any stall. So Blaze is not here, that's Cash, but it truly only bothers me when June goes into Trigger's stall, and I'm not doing that because, whoa, big yawn, I'm not saying that because any favoritism, is because June is a very, like, dirty keeper when it comes to her stall. Look at her, she's trying to eat that. She's gonna clean her own stall. Whoa, slick Mike. Well, as I was saying, is Trigger keeps his stall very nice and clean. He is very well mannered, hygienically, in his stall. Now, June, on the other hand, is not at all. So that's why it does bug me, because he likes his space to be clean. So I have to respect that. And it's his stall. If he keeps it clean, great. June, if she likes to be dirty, whatever. That's her own deal. But see, like this. She's gotten so brave lately because he kind of would tell her to get lost. But he's also gotten really nice to her. Hello, June. Do you see? She's so thick. Tell her. Look, he's like, get out of my stall. But that is not like it. Sometimes he just like that. He got tired of it. But most of the time, actually most of the time he gets tired of it. But sometimes he'll let her in. Right now he's like, no, my parents are in here. You're not coming in. Just finished putting shavings in Louie's stall. And since Trigger's over in June's stall, there's no shavings in there yet. She, of course, had to come in and christen them. But she just had to see how they felt. What do you think? That's not your stall. I actually started adding this into their feed. And it's a mineral salt by Redmond's Daily Red. And this one actually has crushed garlic in there, which is interesting. They have another brand of this, and it's just like the regular loose mineral salt. I don't really know the full difference with the garlic, but I've heard that it almost can act like as a feed through like fly repellent, if that makes sense, with the garlic. But the rest of the stuff on here is like the same thing if it was just a regular mineral salt. So hydration, obviously trace minerals, and then they say the bioidentical garlic oil. So it smells, I wish you guys could smell it through the camera. My whole feed room smells like an Italian dinner. It's kind of crazy. But anyways, I always add like electrolytes to their feed in the wintertime just to encourage them drinking, because I will hardly have to fill up their water buckets in wintertime because they'll be still full. But like I said, I was just filling water buckets and they're empty because this stuff really does work. Same thing like electrolytes, because I usually do this apple electrolyte, but I felt like now using the salt is just makes more sense. It's not artificial or anything like that. It's literally salt. So I've added this, helps everyday sweat loss and encourages drinking. And I think it's been working really well because like I said, the buckets are empty. So another thing that I just picked up from Tractor Supply that I'm going to be adding, gonna try test it out with a couple of the horses first, is these alfalfa pellets. So they also make these in like Timothy too, like Timothy alfalfa, but I just went with the alfalfa because my horses eat just alfalfa when it comes to hay. So I would have to soak these in water first, but I haven't done them yet. I just got it. But I've been actually trying to reduce the amount of like grain I feed my horses. I would like to go to an all forage diet, meaning like pasture and hay. My horse's diet is comprised of mostly hay. Like they eat a ton of alfalfa and grass. So if they're in their stall, they're eating alfalfa. If they're outside of their stall, they're eating grass. But Florida, our grass isn't like super nutritious. Luckily, our pastures hold up really well. So they have grass year round. So we don't have to worry about that. But Trigger is such a hard keeper. Like my other horses, they're all huge. They have like barrel bellies, kind of. Some of them do. June is really big, but she's a really easy keeper. But Trigger is such a hard keeper. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that every year, certain times of year, mostly winter, we struggle with his top line. But typically when I keep him on Equinety, it will help him with his top line, or if he just has like a ton of hay. So we do let him eat free choice hay pretty much in the winter because the hay stays right next to his stall. But it is hard to keep weight on him. I wanted to try some alfalfa pellets on him just to add to his diet. So we'll see. But I would rather add more forage to his diet than like more grain. All my horses get only like a half a scoop of grain day and night. So they're not heavy on the grain anyways. So I feel like I could just keep reducing it. And there's like a lot of fillers in grain anyway. So I would like to go to mostly forage if I could. So like I said, if I'm trying to put weight on him, I'm going to definitely increase the forage intake by doing alfalfa pellets rather than doing like more grain. That doesn't work for me. All the stalls are done. Horses are eating hay. Lays, Blase, Cash. Oh, his is kind of messy, not all the way broomed up. Look at you. What are you doing, you little ham? Junie B. See, they're all in their right stall now. Louie. Nice stall. So you guys see it here now. See how long it takes for them to mess it up. All right, enjoy. As you can see, all of the Dutch doors are open so they can go in and out as they please. And the ruler of the barn. It's a lot later now. It's about 8:30 p.m. So we're gonna feed the horses, but we're bringing out all the feed from earlier today. Hi, Stella. No one was in here, and that's what I wanted to show you guys. No one's currently in their stalls. but Cash just came back in. Hi, Cash. But I wanted to give you an update on the stalls. So, no, you're gonna come in the stall and pee right now? Okay, well, there's that. That was so rude. I was literally outside, walked in the stall to pee. But Blaze, he's actually a really nice, easy keeper on his stall. But since Cash has been having access to it, he's not. So on a normal day, without them going in and out, if Blaze was just in here, this probably would actually look better. Now, on the other hand, Cash's looks really nice. There's one pile right there, but normal day, then this would probably look worse for Cash. Louie, you're in Trigger's stall. Trigger's stall, next to nothing in here, and actually Trigger spends a lot of time in here during the day. Mostly all of them do because he has access to the hay, so a lot of them come in here, like, you know, Louie's in here right now. Louie likes his stall, clearly. He has come in a couple times, but overall pretty good. He pees a lot, so his stall will stay wet a lot, so that's nice. That actually doesn't look wet. And then June, again, she is my only mare and she is filthy in her stall, but this looks really good. Just 2 piles of poop, no pee. The poop doesn't even bother me, honestly. It's the urine, because that's what makes us have to dump out a lot of shavings. This is easy to just sift and it's no problem. So looking good. Clean the stalls over here. Mike is doing that stall because it's pretty messy, but this took like no time because now, even that the Dutch door is open, I just throw it over there and super quick. Jonny did not want to move out of Louie's stall, so Louie said whatever and just went and ate in her stall. They're gonna walk out here in a minute here anyways. You look like you rolled in your stall. Oh my gosh, he was definitely laying down in here at one point, but he had no poop, like I showed you guys. Nothing in here, so stall is nice and clean. Definitely looks like he got cozy. I'm sure he'll stay in and nice and cozy tonight. Even so, Mike's working on this stall. Looks good. And Blaze is in Cash's stall. It actually was really hard for us to get Blaze in because he wanted to be in his stall and Cash would not leave his stall, so oh well. They switched for today.